Came from the Section 8 buildings, tryna cope with murders and killings. Them streets cold, little nigga, I done lost all my feelings. Tryna turn a rap to $1 million. Ride around the city with a strap, I'm a realist. Talking to a nigga who fearless. A lot of pain on my heart, gotta pray for the healing. Change life, I'm still hanging with killers.
Every day it's on my mind, I gotta teach my people. Why the fuck y'all mad at me? Cause I call out evil. Y'all know the words of Yahweh is too damn lethal. I can show it in the Bible, them scriptures I read them. Niggas talking about action, I'm dying for this. Saturdays and Sundays, we sliding on shit. I got the full armor of God, them darts gon' miss. I ain't the type when it's hard to abandon the shit. I'm standing down with my brothers, I'm never gon' leave them. No matter if I lose my life or I lose my freedom. I'm a servant of the Lord, I'm not no demon. I had a dream, Babylon went down, I'm screaming. Fuck all these other nations, I don't care about heathens. We getting that shit back in blood, we ain't aiming for even. I'm trying to stay inside the law, cause God I'm seeking. Blinged up with these towels, but know they ain't
from the Section 8 buildings, tryna cope with murders and killings. Them streets cold, little nigga, I done lost all my feelings. Tryna turn a rap to $1 million. Ride around the city with a strap, I'm a realist. Talking to a nigga who fearless. A lot of pain on my heart, gotta pray for the healing. Change life, I'm still hanging with killers.
Keep it going, Missy, let me do this.
What's going on with you, brother? I'm all right. How you doing? You good? What brought you up here today? Just listening? Let me ask you something. Have you heard of? Have you seen this before out here? You heard? Yeah. You believe in the Bible? Very much so. Let me ask. Do you know your race or ethnicity according to the Bible? Not exactly. You ever think to look into it? Very much so. Right. Right? Because you would think.
Busy with life, you know.
Busy with life. You would think it'd be important, wouldn't it? It'd be important to know who you are biblically, right? He got it, yeah. It'd be important to know who you are biblically, wouldn't it?
Really?
Yeah. Right? Because you know, contrary to what is taught, do you think everybody can be saved?
Yes.
Yeah? So if everybody can be saved, why would it matter who you come from?
Why would it matter?
Why would it matter if everybody can be saved?
You know, everybody got their belief or whatever, you know, feeling what they feel.
Let me get Ezekiel 25. Right? If everybody, because my point is, there are specific judgments laid out for each race of people according to the Bible. Right? If everybody can be saved, then it shouldn't matter where you come from. Right? So that's why I'm saying it's important to know what race of people, your race, ethnicity, nationality according to the Bible.
Okay.
Right? Right? You agree?
Agree.
Right? You got that? Oh man, I need it quick. You got one?
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob.
Right, so we're talking. What they're talking about right now is talking about Christ. Right? It says a star is going to come out of Jacob. And what's going to happen when this star comes out of Jacob?
And a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab.
It says he's going to smite the corners of Moab. Going to come out and just knock your block off, man.
That's right.
Right? Would you want to be a Moabite in this situation?
You know, whatever I may be feeling.
Whatever you may be feeling?
Right,
you'd be fine with Christ coming down and just knocking your people's upside their head?
There are some that deserve it.
Huh?
There are some that deserve it.
But this ain't talking about whether they deserve it. It's just simply due to the fact that they come from this race.
Not necessarily.
All right? Not necessarily what?
Sorry?
Not necessarily what?
To what you believe in about what they say in the book.
So what does this mean then? He said the star's gonna come out of Jacob. He's talking about Christ, and he said he's gonna smite the corners of Moab.
Okay.
Did he give a reason?
Not too strong. I got to look deeper in the book.
You got to look deeper in the book. All right,
Right.
one more. Keep going.
And destroy all the children of Sheth.
Right, and destroy all the children of Seth. Do you know who Seth is? Do you know who Seth is?
Speak on it, sir.
Seth is the third son of Adam.
Okay.
So Adam had Cain and Abel, and then Seth. Right? Cain killed Abel. Abel had children, but they all died in the flood. So we all coming from Seth. Yeah, I said Cain killed Abel and Cain had children. Did I say Abel had children? Oh, well, so I misspoke. Cain killed Abel, right? And Cain had children. Seth had children. But all of Cain's children died in the flood. Right? Meaning that we are all Seth's children. So he said he was going to destroy Seth's children. Right? Keep going.
Verse 18. And Edom shall be a possession.
And Edom shall be a possession. Simply due to the fact that these are Edomites, has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with what they did, has nothing to do with any of their actions. Simply due to the fact that they come from this race of people, what's going to happen? Read that one more time.
And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies.
Right? So they're going to be a possession.
And Israel shall do valiantly. Valiantly.
Right? They're going to be a possession. Simply due to the fact that they come from this race. Got nothing to do with what they did. Got nothing to do with what they're going to do, how they feel about it. If you are an Edomite, you're going to be possessed. Right? Would you say now? Would you still say that it would be important to know who you are, who you come from?
Yeah, in that phase, but then yet and still, there are some.
Wait, so you're saying there are some people who can who can escape this prophecy?
Some can.
How?
By their own beliefs.
By your beliefs?
By your own beliefs.
So then God's a liar.
Hey, they may be thinking that.
But no, because I'm saying, if these Edomites right here can escape the prophecy, can escape the judgment of them being a possession, that would make God a liar.
Not necessarily.
Why not?
Because it goes back to like what Christ said. Christ said he came for the lost children of Israel.
Well, are the Edomites Israel?
Let me finish. Christ said he came for the lost children of Israel. So when the lady came to him,
Which one?
the one who wanted him to heal her son,
Heal her daughter.
it was the daughter, and her faith, because he wasn't going to do it at first. He wasn't going to take part in that. But because of her faith and because of how much she believed on him, he went against his own code of conduct.
Well, hold on. Let's read it real quick. Go ahead.
Starting at verse 24?
21.
21. This is Matthew chapter 15, starting at verse 21. Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coasts of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coasts and cried unto him,
All right, so we got this non-Israelite woman coming crying after him, right? Go ahead.
There we go.
saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David, my daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. But he answered her not a word.
Right, so he's ignoring her, right?
Right.
Okay.
And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us.
All right, so now they're sending her away. Okay.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right, as you brilliantly said, he's sent for Israel, right?
That's finished.
Right?
Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread.
What's the bread?
Say it again.
Read that one more time.
But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread.
What's the bread?
The bread is the word. What you feed your spirit with.
What you feed your spirit with.
Right, that's the word. It's the bread.
Okay.
The bread of God. But let's keep reading.
Wait. So who are the children?
The children are the children of the. What you mean? Who are the children?
Who are the children?
The children of the house of the Lord.
Which are who?
What you mean who? The lost tribe of Israel.
So Israel are the children, right? The bread is the word.
Right.
Right? Let's keep going.
It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs.
Who are the dogs?
The dogs are the Gentiles, the lost, the non-believers, the ones he did not come for.
So the non-Israelites.
Right.
So then
Now,
why?
let's keep going. We got to keep
Hold
going.
on, hold on, because I got another question after this. So how is it? So he said it's not good for me to give the bread that's meant for these people to you.
Right.
Right?
It's not good.
It's not good.
He's stating that.
Right.
Because you got to remember, he was a very.
Yeah.
And then let me say this. Well, what y'all doing out here dope, and I'm never trying to disprove nothing. We just want to, if somebody need to understand it, we want to try to make sure people have an understanding. I'm versed in it. So if we keep going, we got to understand Christ was a conscious man. Very conscious and very aware at all times. He knew exactly what he was saying because he knew not only would he die and be raised 3 days later, but he knew that this would be the greatest story he ever told because he knew who he was. But if we keep going, we're going to understand what he was trying. You said, can someone go against the prophecy? We got to understand. He's trying to get understanding.
Understand what?
He's trying to get an understanding because you said if you're a Moab, a Edomite or a Moab, that because you're born into that ethnicity, that you automatically have the sufferings coming to you. So what I'm saying is, when we read, Christ is clearly saying, listen, I'm not going to take the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding that was given from the manner that God gave for the children of the house of Israel and give it to dogs. But this woman, because of her spirit, because of what was in her, he went against what came out of his own mouth. If we keep going,
how so?
Keep going.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Verse 27. And she said, truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table.
Now stop. Not even the dogs eat from the crumbs that fall from the master's table. So even the ignorant, even the lowly of the earth, take heed to what they can understand from the wise.
That's not what it's saying.
That's exactly what it's saying.
That's not what it's saying.
She's telling him.
Quick question, brother. How come it didn't say?
Hold on.
I got you, King. I heard what you said. How come Christ right there didn't say, "I'm gonna give you the bread"?
No, Christ. We got it,
brother. Let me finish my point real fast. How come he didn't say, "I'm gonna give you this bread"? She's acknowledging herself as a dog. Right. Even though you said a dog is an unbeliever, she believes in him.
Right.
But she's still getting a crumb. How come she's not getting the whole loaf of bread?
Because she's not from the house of Israel. He's not going to feed her.
Right. Exactly. So these other nations who still believe, let me finish my point, King, will still only get crumbs and not the whole loaf, right?
That's not the point that we're
making. That's the point I'm trying to make.
The point that we're making is, did he go against what? Did he end up?
Did he give her the whole bread?
Helping her?
Did he give her the whole bread?
But hold on.
Did he end up helping her daughter?
Yes.
Yes.
After what point? After she acknowledged, I am a dog and I'm going to take what I can from you.
Right. Listen. That's her mindset because she's unlettered. She's ignorant.
But even then, hold on. Wait.
Let me tell you the point I'm making. And then I won't have nothing else to say.
Okay.
The point I'm making is, Christ clearly said he came for the house of Israel.
Right.
Everything he was carrying in his spirit was for the house of Israel, the lost tribes. A woman came to him for help, for him to perform something, and he wasn't going to do it at first. But whatever, and let me go back to it. Thank you. The spirit compelled him. Hey, that was beautifully done too earlier. The spirit compelled him. Because going to good, that was dope. The spirit compelled him.
Yeah.
We're not dealing with what's coming out. We're dealing with the spirit right now. So the spirit compelled him to act.
Right.
It's not about giving her a crumb. It's not about giving her a loaf or a piece of bread. The fact is, in that moment, it's written down in history. Her faith, her belief, whoever that woman was from Capernaum, whoever she was, she made history by believing on Christ when everybody else was trying to kill him, crucify him, destroy him, nail him to the cross. She is in history for believing on him. That's why she's in that book.
Okay.
And the spirit compelled him to, you know what? I'm gonna get your daughter together. She's good now.
Okay.
She's good. But prophecy says that he's only going to be there for those from the house of Israel. That's what prophecy says. However, if we move throughout the book, we can find Christ doing all kinds of things.
Now hold on.
I'm through with that.
So we're talking about a Canaanite woman here, right? Right? We're talking about a Canaanite woman, right? Okay. So you got that?
Yep.
Real quick. So this is what's going to happen to the Canaanites, right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 21. Ye every plot in Jerusalem and in Judah shall be holiness unto the Lord of hosts, and all they that sanctify shall come and take of them, Salakia, and see it therein. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts.
Right, so the Canaanites are no longer going to be in the house of the Lord of hosts. They can't come to the temple. They won't be able to sacrifice in the temple. And as we can read that it is pertinent in this when the kingdom is established, it is pertinent for these other nations to come to the temple to sacrifice so they can feed their families, right? But let's keep reading this in Matthew. Right, go ahead.
Jump to 27 again, or?
Yeah, just go eat the dogs eat from the master's table.
Matthew 15 and 27. And she said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. Right. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour.
No, she escaped the judgment that was called for the Canaanites.
And her daughter was made whole from that very hour.
Her daughter was made whole. She doesn't escape. She doesn't escape the judgment.
We're not talking about her. And she wasn't from.
We are talking about her, right?
She wasn't a Canaanite. She was from Capernaum.
She read it again. Read it from the top. Read it from the top. 21.
Matthew chapter 15 verse 21. Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coasts of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan.
No, what'd you say she was? A Capernaum? A woman of Capernaum?
A woman of Canaan.
A woman of Canaan. She's a Canaanite. And we just read that the Canaanites can't serve. They can't worship at the temple. They can't come and make sacrifices. That's the judgment for the Canaanites.
That's the prophecy, right?
This is a prophecy.
But was it somebody who broke the prophecy?
No.
Her daughter escaped it.
No, it didn't. It just says she was healed.
She was made whole.
Yeah, she was healed. She was vexed with the devil and she was made whole again.
She was made, when you make something whole, listen.
You just fix it. That's it. My leg was broke. My leg was broken, and now my leg was broken. Now I'm made whole. You got something?
Reading the NLT.
Right? Right? Check this one out in the NLT.
Matthew 15 and 28 in the NLT. Dear woman, Jesus said to her, your faith is great, your request is granted, and her daughter was instantly healed.
Instantly healed. She didn't escape. Her and her daughter did not escape the judgment that was written. Because if she escaped the judgment that was written, then God would be a liar. He said there's going to be no Canaanites in my house. That would make God a liar. If we found one Canaanite in the house of the Lord, kingdom come, God would be a liar.
So it might not be no Canaanites in there. But what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. People think the future is set in stone.
It is.
The future, listen. A prophecy can unfold in many ways. It still has to just play out. It has to, in the end, it has to manifest itself in a certain blueprint. But it can play out many ways.
So when the prophecy said that there would be no Canaanite in the house of God.
Okay, so all right, so you got that.
How else can that play?
So no Canaanites in the house of God. Okay, hallelujah. Who else is not? Let me get this. Who else is not allowed in the temple?
You got it?
Who else? Hold on. Before you go any further, who else is not allowed?
I'm gonna show you.
In the temple of his maker.
I'm gonna show you. You got it?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 23, starting at verse 1.
Ooh, pull it up. Is that the bastard? That's a bastard, right?
Yeah,
pull it up in the blue. Can you get it in the blue letter? Get it in the blue letter because this is going to be beautiful here, right? Yeah, this is going to be beautiful here, right?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 23, starting at verse 1. He that is wounded in the stones, or hath his privy member cut.
No, actually, no. You can just keep reading. You don't need it in the blue letter. You can just keep reading it. It'll explain it. Go ahead.
I'm just jump to verse 2.
Yeah, just read it.
Come on. 23 and 2. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Actually, yeah, give me bastard anyway. Just bring it up. A bastard. Did you hear that, brother?
Huh?
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Here, check. Read it again.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 2. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
So a bastard can't enter into the congregation of the Lord either. Okay. Not just the Canaanite, but the bastards, right? Go ahead. Let's see what these bastards are, or who these bastards are.
This is the word for bastard. Bastard. It's H4464 mamzer, and it means a bastard, a child of incest.
A child of incest. Any idea who the children of incest are?
You tell me.
Huh?
You tell me.
Maybe Lot. You know about Lot's children? Any idea who the children of Lot are today? Through the Spirit. We're looking at one. There's one in our presence. A child of Lot. In our presence. In the midst. She was compelled. That's right. She was compelled by the Spirit to come here right now. To show you she won't be in the temple.
That's crazy.
She can't come sacrifice, man. She can't. She won't be. Her sisters, her cousins, right?
Listen, let me tell you, brother. Listen, I listen to the teacher. I want to hear because the one who is delivering this message, like the teacher. You know what I'm saying? The one who's speaking. That's the one responsible. So I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? I got my own mind. So it's
right.
but I'm just listening, bro.
Okay. So, You asked the question. What was your question?
That was his question.
You was explaining something to me.
Oh, well, yeah, but that answers your question. Who's not allowed? Who's not allowed in the congregation? Canaanites, Moabites, Ammonites, the children of Lot.
Pharisees.
Right? Pharisees can come. Why can't they?
Because Christ said they won't be allowed in the house of God.
No, he said they won't. He said the kingdom's taken away from them.
Christ said they're not going to be allowed in the house of God.
Hold on. Let's get it.
He told them, listen, prostitutes and tax collectors will get in before y'all get in.
I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 24. Leave there thy gift before the altar and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift.
Keep going.
Verse 25.
Verse 20.
Verse 20. Salakia. Verse 20. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scripture of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter the kingdom of heaven.
So the scribes and Pharisees are going to enter into the kingdom of heaven. He wasn't talking about entering the temple. They can enter into the kingdom of heaven. They're going to have a lower position in the kingdom of heaven, but they can still come to the temple.
And even then, it says you got to be not just as good, you got to be better than them. And what were the scribes and Pharisees good at? knowing the law, keeping the law,
teaching the law.
teaching the law.
No, the Pharisees were the Pharisees. They lived off hypocrisy.
Get 23.
They didn't have
This
faith.
is what Christ said.
Brother,
Christ,
I got you.
Christ
But they
said
kept
that.
the law. They didn't have faith. That's where you got to do better at. You got to do what they did, but have faith.
The
That's how you're going to be
Pharisees were
better.
crooked.
I got you, brother. But you're still commanded to listen to them, are you not?
No,
Let's see.
Right here. Right here.
I'm not commanded to listen to them.
Okay. You listen to Christ, right? Christ is your king? Is Christ your king?
Listen, man. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this once and for all. For the rest of the time, you know me. The Messiah is the one.
Is the
and
one.
I love him to death.
And you love him to death.
And I'm through with that.
And you through with that. All right. So Christ is the king. He's going to listen to him. Let's see what he said.
This is the book of Matthew.
Start at 1.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, from the top. Then spake Jesus.
So Jesus is speaking. Spake. So Jesus is speaking.
He spoke.
He spoke. What did he say? What did he speak?
Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat.
Any idea what that means? They sit in Moses' seat.
They sit in Moses' seat by inheritance, not by some shit that they deserve. They was chasing them all through the city.
What does that mean, though?
They inherited that seat.
What does it mean that they sit in Moses' seat? I don't care about why they sit in the seat. What does it mean?
It means that they're supposed to uphold the law.
Okay.
You're supposed to uphold the law,
Okay.
not be trying to find a reason to kill a righteous man.
Right. Okay. So let's keep going.
Saying, the scribes and Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. Verse 3, all therefore whatsoever they bid you observe and do, but do not yet at Salakia.
Take your time.
But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not.
Right, for they say and do not. Right. Let's get it in a different
Read it
translation.
again. Hold on.
We will. We're gonna read it again. We're gonna read it again. Right.
They want you to do it.
No, listen.
But they ain't doing it.
Exactly. But listen.
Hypocrites.
This is Matthew chapter 23, verse 1 in the CEV. Jesus said to the crowds and to his disciples, the Pharisees and the teachers of the law are experts in the law of Moses.
They're experts in the law of Moses, right? If you need a breakdown, you go to these men, right?
So obey everything they teach you.
Woo! What did Christ just say?
So obey everything they teach you.
Woo!
Listen, let's keep going.
Woo! Christ said,
And what did he say next?
Christ said to obey the Pharisees, man.
Listen.
Do you agree?
Listen. If I tell you to obey the person that has authority in the land, it's for your safety, man.
Christ is your king, right?
Listen, it's for
you
your
do
safety.
what he told you to do, right?
Listen.
Even at your own point, King.
Listen.
Is Christ
it's for
telling you
your
to
safety.
obey them for your safety?
Right.
Listen.
Is Christ telling you to obey people who teach the law for your safety?
Listen.
I agree with what you're saying.
Listen
Is
to me.
Christ telling you to obey the Pharisees for your safety then?
You're not conveying what I'm conveying.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is the position that the Pharisees held and the laws that Moses went to the burning bush and established with the Most High God. His laws, his connection, they inherited that. And they were versed in it. They were versed in it. Because all they did was study this law, oppress the people, collect tax. So they
So
were.
what,
Now, let me
are
finish.
you saying the laws of God are
Let me
oppressive?
finish. No. The ones upholding the laws are the oppressors.
How did they oppress the people?
I'm not going into that, bro. If you really reading that book,
Because
reading that book.
because Christ is telling them to obey what they
listen,
said.
and Christ said a lot of things about the Pharisees.
But regardless of what he said about the Pharisees, he's still telling you to listen to what they say.
And he's calling them hypocrites at the same
But
time.
he's still telling you to listen to what they say. Why? Keep going. Why are they hypocrites? Pull it out. Why are they hypocrites? We're gonna see. This is why they're hypocrites.
Verse 4. Verse Lakia. So obey everything they teach you, but don't do as they do. After all, they say one thing and do something else.
That's why they're hypocrites. They tell you to keep the law, but they don't keep the law.
I know why.
Yeah. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing that they teach the law. So you should listen to them. They teach the law, so you should listen to them. In verse 5 and 20, the reason they were righteous, the reason Christ called them righteous is because they taught the law. What do you mean he didn't call them righteous?
Never called them
Get 5.
right.
Get Matthew 5. Get Matthew 5. 5 and 20. 5 and 20. He didn't call the Pharisees righteous, bro. He called them righteous. You get it in the CEV? Let me see how it reads in the CEV.
5 and 20.
5 and 20.
5 and 20. This is the book of.
We got 1,000 different versions.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 20. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees.
So your righteousness has to exceed theirs.
And then,
Wait. Meaning that for your righteousness to exceed theirs, they have to have some level of righteousness.
Do we know what righteousness means?
CEV.
Hold on. Do we know what righteousness means?
Yeah. Let's get it real quick.
No. What does righteousness mean?
We're going to show you.
No, I can tell you what it means. I don't need you can't show me in there. Righteousness means to speak right, to think right, and to act right. That's what makes you righteous.
There he is. But hold on. Because he might be able to help out. Brother Chris.
One quick question.
Hold on. Before we get into it, I need you to answer something. Brother Chris. What is righteousness?
Holy living.
Holy living. And how do you live holy?
By serving God.
And you do that by how? What do you have to do?
By submitting your life to Him.
And you keep the commandments, right?
And being obedient.
You keep the commandments.
Precept.
Go ahead, read this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 24. And the Lord command us to do all these statutes, to fear the Lord our God for our good always, that He might preserve us alive as it is at this day. Verse 25. And it shall be our righteousness.
It should be our what?
And it shall be our righteousness.
It's going to be our righteousness. You're keeping the law, keeping the statute. It's not living good is subjective. Keep the law. That's how you live righteous. That's what the righteousness is, right? They taught the law. They were righteous.
Listen, he said, unless your righteousness exceeds the righteousness of the Pharisees
exactly.
and the scribes, meaning whatever type of righteousness they thought they were living in.
No, not what they thought. Christ said they were righteous.
He never called them righteous. He said your righteousness has to be true because they're doing the opposite of what they're telling you to do.
Read this.
Matthew 5 and 20 in the CEV. You must obey God's commandments better than the Pharisees.
Better than the Pharisees.
Ooh, so they obey God's commandments, right? They obey God's commandments.
You must obey them better than the teachers.
So they obey His commandments. Do you agree?
Make another point.
Here we go, bro. Keep going.
They did one.
You must obey God's commandments.
Hold on, brother. The Bible's coming out. Hold on.
You must obey God's commandments better than the Pharisees and the teachers of the law. Obey them. If you don't, I promise you that you will never get into the kingdom of heaven.
Right? You have to obey them better than they did. So they are obeying the laws of God. They are righteous. Keep going.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23 and verse 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithes of mint, and anise, and cumin, Salakia, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law.
They did what with the law?
Omitted, that means took away.
And have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone.
That part.
So then this is them saying that everything that he read. Read that one more time from the top.
Yeah. Watch that.
Right.
This is Matthew chapter 23 and verse 23.
And who's speaking?
This is Christ speaking.
Right.
Woe unto...
So we know what woe means. Woe
Woe
is all
unto
bad.
you, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites,
I'm
for
blown
ye
on that
pay
though, man.
tithes of...
Where you going, bro? Don't run.
I gotta get on the bus, bro. I'm just saying. The man just said out his mouth, "Whoa, it's all bad unto the scribes and the Pharisees."
He's not. He didn't say they weren't righteous though.
You can be a righteous hypocrite.
Why can't you? If I keep the law to some degree, is that not righteous?
That's not righteous.
But this is the thing, bro. Look, watch this. Go ahead, read it one more time.
He said,
watch this, King. Let me see. Hold on. Hey, King. Watch this. I got you. Read that from the beginning. Watch this.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 23 and verse 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites.
For what?
For ye pay tithes of...
Is paying tithes a law?
Let's keep going to finish.
I got you. I'm gonna read everything, King. I have no problem reading everything. If God tells you to pay this and you pay it, are you obeying God? Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Listen. They're hypocrites.
For ye pay tithes of mint and anise and cumin and have omitted the weightier matters of the law.
Really matters.
Judgment, mercy,
right,
and faith.
And what?
Taking that away.
And faith.
That's how you have to be better than them. They are doing everything they're supposed to do, but they have zero faith. That is why you
have mercy.
King, I agree with you. I don't know why you're acting like I disagree.
No,
you're not listening to what we're saying.
I'm not acting like you're disagreeing. What I'm saying is...
What do you got? How do you be better than the Pharisees?
This is what I'm saying.
How do you be better than the Pharisees, King?
Listen, this is what I'm saying. Faith, love, truth, graciousness, being merciful, being kind, being understanding, having some level at all times. At all times.
Yes, and you have to do things to do that.
Let me finish. I'm telling you what the weightier things are. The things that the Pharisees and them don't want to deal with because they want to bring cumin and myrrh and all this material
things that the law said, yes.
Thinking that these things are going to outweigh what God is really... Listen, go into Isaiah where God tells you how to really fast.
What's that have to do with the topic, brother?
Because
here's the thing. Brother, follow me. I don't know why you're getting hella crazy on this. This is simple. This is very simple.
It's nothing
God,
crazy
you're telling me.
He said they called.
Okay,
God,
all you have to do is believe, right? Have faith, be good, be happy, smile at everybody, right?
No.
The devils even believe in God.
No.
Faith isn't going to get you anywhere if it doesn't have works. You're telling me I only need faith.
No, I
I'm telling you, you need both, and you have a problem with it. Why do you have a problem with me telling you need both?
I didn't say
King,
you only need faith.
okay, so what else do you need?
Listen.
King, what else do you need?
Listen, I'm talking about what that scripture is saying.
This scripture literally just told you what you need.
No, he's caught up on the fact that Christ called the Pharisees righteous.
So here's the thing, brother. Do we need to do things other than just faith?
You have to work.
What works?
The works of the Spirit. The works of God.
Give me, or here. Actually, you read for me.
You have to.
Here, switch your garland.
Listen, faith without works is dead.
Give me Matthew 7:21 right here
He's
in
not
the
going to
NLT right here.
convince me that Christ, who ran for damn near all of his life from these people trying to kill him, said that they were righteous. He said you got to exceed them because they're done.
So how do you exceed them? That is my point. This is all I'm trying to get to you.
Listen.
How do you do better than somebody who is the best at knowing the law and keeping it?
They're keeping it.
But does it not just say they do all these things? They have no faith. No faith, right?
No, he said they're missing a lot of other things too.
Judgment, mercy, and
Judgment
faith.
is heavy.
Okay.
You're misjudging people.
Okay, so if we don't have no faith, We don't have no mercy, but we're doing everything else, these actions like paying tithes, wearing fringes, not eating pork, but you don't believe in it, it won't get you anywhere. That's what we're trying to tell you. You're telling me I just have to believe and do the works of the Spirit.
No, I didn't. No,
what are the works of the Spirit? You said.
What I'm saying. Let me tell you what I'm saying, so you will have a clear understanding.
Please do. Get that, Matthew 7:21.
What I'm saying is this. When you're doing the works of God, like what y'all doing right here, when you're doing the works of God, you have to be well versed and you have to understand your work in totality. It can't be no holes or chinks in your armor. You have to understand your work in totality, like a carpenter building a house or like a mason building a street. You have to understand your work in totality. So when you're doing the works of God, a man of God moving around and he's doing the works. He's helping the old lady with her groceries. He's paying for the person who don't have it. He's helping this person get a job. He's helping this little boy who lost his father. He's playing football with him. He's moving throughout the world in a righteous spirit. Listen, he's moving throughout the world in a righteous spirit. He's teaching.
Teaching what though? Teaching what though?
What? Let me tell you. Listen.
I agree with you. There's charity, there's love, there's King. Come on, but we gotta have a conversation. I can't just let you talk. If I can't ask you a question,
I'm explaining my point. And
okay,
then
go ahead.
Explain.
Go ahead.
That's called a conversation.
Let me know at what point we have that. Go ahead.
You can speak.
So what you're saying? You go around teaching. Teaching what, brother? Helping a little old lady across the street is fine, but what are you gonna teach her after that? Because Christ didn't act like that.
Listen, not helping an old lady across the street and then listen. I'm talking about works on a day-to-day.
That's what I want to get to. What are the works you're supposed to teach these people after you help them then? How can you help them?
A true teacher.
Christ was a true teacher. Can I see what Christ taught people?
A true teacher.
Christ was a true teacher. Can I show you how Christ taught people?
Listen, but let me say this. A true teacher understands what they're teaching.
Right. So let me ask you this, King. Do you have a problem with me teaching people the laws of God?
No. Wow. That's something you choose to do. Why would that bother me?
No. Do you have am I being a liar telling people they have to keep God's laws?
Listen. How can I tell you what you're doing is wrong?
You know the book, right? Am I being a liar right now? Am I leading people into falsehood by telling them to keep the laws of God?
This is what they did to Christ, try to trick him up and shit. Let me tell you something.
Very straightforward.
Whatever you choose to do on your path, if you choose to get 2 or 3 people and teach them what you understand as the laws of God, then brother, I can never tell you that you're wrong for that.
But Jesus did that to people. He told them, listen, if they're not teaching the same as us, what?
Christ said, they came with the letter. I'm coming with the spirit.
Listen, brother. Give me this in Matthew 7.
Christ taught the spirit of the law. Are you teaching the spirit of the law?
Listen, brother. Of course. We're teaching both, bro. We're teaching you need both. You need both.
But then on your path, you're right, bro. I'm not saying I never said you was wrong.
How many truths is there, bro?
How many what?
How many truths is there?
There are many truths.
That's the problem. There's one truth.
No,
one truth.
There are many truths.
Right? And what does the Bible say the truth is?
You tell me.
It says the law is the truth.
And what's the law?
Right? These things that you're saying that we...
No. What's the law?
These things that these Pharisees were doing.
And what were they doing?
The law.
What were they doing?
The law.
What is the law?
Very blanket. I mean, if you want me to pull up over 600 commandments, I'll do that.
I want you to tell me
there's no point
from
for
the
it.
top of your head, what's the law?
They believed in God, right? They kept the Sabbath. They did the fringes. They didn't eat pork. They paid tithes. But the problem is they did it just because they had to. They didn't have faith. That's the difference. That's why you have to be better. They
cheated people. Don't forget that.
Brother.
They was unmerciful to people.
Okay. They had no faith. I don't get why that.
They're not talking about faith. We're talking about their actions.
Brother, I get you. So first, I'm gonna give you an example. Right? If I have this how can I go about this with you, bro? Because I don't understand how you're not understanding.
About faith.
Yes, that is very big. That is what our people don't do.
If I'm in a courtroom and a judge who's supposed to be upholding the law is going to look at me because I'm black and color his whole opinion around that.
I'm gonna give you an example.
I'm not dealing with faith at this time.
Brother, that's besides the point. I'm gonna give you an example. I go and I kill somebody from your family and say it's an accident, and I go into the city of refugees because I can, because that's what the law says so, and I pretty much do a ha-ha to you. Or the next day I go and I sin against you, and I go to the temple and just offer an ox, because that's all I had to do. I did that because that's all I had to do, but I didn't care. I have no faith. The law says do this, I'm doing what the law says, but I do not care about you. The law says in order to be forgiven, I have to bring this to God. Give me this in bro, 2 Samuel 15 about the sin of witchcraft. This is what you're not getting, bro. It's very simple, very simple. Give me 2 Ezra 9 too.
I understand.
We'll actually get that in Matthew 7, right? Go ahead.
This is Matthew 7 and 21 in the, what is this, what's the Passion? In the Passion Bible, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter into heaven's kingdom. It is only those who persist in doing the will of my heavenly Father. On the day of judgment, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, don't you remember us? Didn't we prophesy in your name? Didn't we cast out demons and do many miracles in your name?
I did many miracles, many works of the Spirit.
But I will have to say to them, go away from me, you lawless rebels. I've never been joined to you.
You lawless rebels, you who break God's laws. That's fine, you have faith, that's cool and everything, but if it does not go paired with works, with you keeping God's laws, it doesn't matter, brother. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what he's saying to the Pharisees. Do the laws, but they don't have faith. Now Christians, Catholics have all the faith in the world, but they don't do no works at all, whatsoever.